All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hammerdown TV. Tonight, it's a bit different to what we normally see right here. At times, it's the Pro Late Models, but this time, it's a teams event. We have, I believe, about 10 teams for 4 to 5 drivers as we get set for the Pro Late Models here at the Knoxville Raceway. Yes, we are in the sprint car capital of the world, but these fender banging, door slamming, mighty machine Pro Late Models get their turn around this big half a mile of a racetrack. We get set for qualifying right now. Then we'll get into about 6 heat races. Then we'll have our DCB. And of course, to finish off, we'll have a 50-lap main event. Yes, it's all about teams racing, but it's all about making sure each driver from their respective teams can get up as high as they can. And, well, who will be crowned the team's champion here? So at the moment, qualifying going on right now. A few drivers have already taken a time. See Thomas Coggins going in there with an 18.547. Cole Harvey with an 18.549. Richard Spa with an 18.583. And well, these times are fairly close right now. You're looking at about 0.2 of a second between our top, say, 14, 15 drivers at the moment. Nicholas Daffin now going to the top of the speed charts with an 18.514. Of course, we thank everyone for tuning in, no matter wherever you're watching from around the globe. It's a Saturday night, or whether you're on a Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. Bill Aarons with an 18.504. One of the Team VLR.com drivers going quick time at the moment. David Heilemann, 5th, quick with an 18.568. So still seeing some drivers on the racetrack. Each driver, well, they have 3 laps of qualifying, so if they mess up their first or second lap, they've always got that one more lap in the books. About a 10th separating our top 20 drivers at the moment. Dylan Hauser with an 18.524. Driver from TTL Esports. At the moment, Bill Aarons with an 18.504. Sitting in position number 1, Nicholas Daffin with an 18.514. Dylan Hauser, Dylan Fox. Keith Hackney jumps to position number 2 with an 18.512. Still about 5 or 6 drivers to go out there and qualify here at the Knoxville, the Pro Late Models. Of course, heat races directly lined up from qualifying. Dylan Fox still on the racetrack, doing his final lap now in the 999. Howard Weaver as well, doing one more lap in that 07 machine, the TeamVLR.com entry. Let's take a look at Howard Weaver, so what lap time he can do, an 18.544. Jumps to 7th quick. Josh Phillips on his final lap as well, along with Eric Elmore, so a couple more drivers getting their final lap. Of course, qualifying sessions, 7 minutes each, 3 laps. So they can use up as much as the time as what they need to right now. Nigel Graham sitting 12th quick. So our top 17 drivers separated by less than a 10th of a second. When we look at 0.2 of a second, our top 31 drivers. So at the moment, first through to 46, you're looking at 0.639 of a second. So just a little under 6.5 tenths of a second. And it just goes to show you how close this field is at the moment. Tyler Burrow out there, the TeamVLR.com cover the 17 on the racetrack. 34th quick opening lap time with an 18.737. See if he can break into the top 10. We've also got Charles Silvers and Jarrett Murphy out on the racetrack as well. So no lap time on Burrow's second lap. Coming up to about a minute and a half left in this qualifying session. 18.690 for Tyler Burrow. Jumps to position 30. Just shy 0.2 of a second from tonight's quick time. Jared Murphy in the 45 on track as well. Sitting 38th quick with an 18.777. Slower on that lap as well. And we've got about a minute left in this qualifying session, so we'll take a quick break and come back with your heat races up next. There'll be 10 laps the distance in the heat races tonight. We'll take our top 3 from each heat race and put it straight into the main event. I don't think we're going to have an E main, so probably more than likely a D, C, a B, and an A. And we'll take the top 4 from the D and C. And of course, we'll let you know how many we take from the B. It's more than likely going to be 5. We're taking, I might have 2. So at the moment, quick time. Bill Aarons, Keith Hackney in second, Nicholas Daffin third, Dylan Hauser fourth, Dylan Fox fifth. 6th is Bryson Daffin, 7th Howard Weaver, Thomas Coggins in 8th, 9th is Lewis Stewart, and Cole Harvey rounds out the top 10. We'll go through the rest of the field as much as we can before we get into the heat races. 11th was DJ Kilinowski, Virgil Graham, David Heileman, Richard Spy, Eddie Mullinex, and that is going to be all because we're going straight into tonight's heat races here, live from the Knoxville Raceway. Confirmed 6 heat races, 10 laps of distance in each heat. As heat number 1 grid looks like this. Starting on the pole, car number 99, it's Bill Aarons. To his outside, the 07, Howard Weaver. Starting position 3, the 24 of David Heileman. Starting position 4, the 35 of Nick Cooper. At a position 5, the 211 of Tyler Hargrove. At a position 6 in the 042, it's Trevor Collins. At a position 7, the 454, Joshua Van Gore. At a position 8, the 74 of Blake Brown. And starting position 9 in car number 123, it's Todd Hook. And we'll go 2 laps around the Knoxville Raceway behind the Iracing official pace truck. We'll get set to launch these pro late models around the Knoxville Raceway. Of course, if you're watching on Hammerdown TV, don't forget to hit the like and follow button on the Facebook page. Of course, you can check us out on YouTube as well. So jump Hammerdown, don't forget Hammerdown TV, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. On the green, we'll go green flag racing off of turn number 4, heat number 1 of the Hammerdown TV teams event here at the Knoxville Raceway, the pro late models. Drivers roll into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4, pace truck will take the left-hand turn onto the infield and into pit road. Bill Aarons and Howard Weaver the front row. David Heileman, Nick Cooper, second row. Green flag is out and we're underway. Here are the pro late models at Knoxville. Aarons gets to the front in turns 1 and 2. Weaver in second, Cooper third. Then we go back to David Heileman. Now it's getting shuffled back to position number 5. Trevor Collins in the 0.42, got by David Harleman in turns 3 and 4. And Collins now tries to get onto the back of the 35. But we watch the 07 of Howard Weaver now down the back straight away, getting to the inside of Bill Aarons into turns 3 and 4. Weaver on the low side, Aarons through the middle of the racetrack. Aarons going to lead lap number 2 of this 10-lap heat race here at the Knoxville Raceway. Cooper in third, Collins still position number 4. Collins trying to make a move on the inside in turns 3 and 4. Got off the gas, otherwise there would have been contact with the 35 machines. Collins now ducking to the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Cooper keeps it through the middle of the racetrack. Your battle for second and third is on right now. Collins and Cooper. Collins nearly going to slide up in front of him. And now David Harleman going to get to the back of Collins. And both kept it going. Nope, Collins is going to get spun by the 74 coming through. That was Blake Brown. Meanwhile, we go back to the front of the field. Weaver trying to run down your race leader, Aarons. Weaver once again going back to the low side in turns 1 and 2. Oh, Blinky Bill keeping it up top. Six down, 4 to go in the opening heat of the night. Weaver once again going to slide it down to the low side into 1 and 2. Just lacks a bit of speed coming off corner exit, although he's got to run down into 3. He's going to slide up. Aarons now gets on the brake, and you've got a new race leader. What a beautiful calculated slide job by the 07 of Howard Weaver. Here comes Cooper in the 35 as well. So the Team VLR members 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Below there's 10 VLR, about 10 VLR drivers here tonight. 2 teams put in by Team VLR in this team's event. We were starting to pull a sizable gap from Bill Aarons in second, and then Nick Cooper back there in position number 3. Coming to the white flag, this time by the 07. He will see the white flag half a mile around the Knoxville Raceway to secure himself a pole position in tonight's main event. Through turns 3 and 4. He had to work for that one. The 07 of Howard Weaver getting the job done. Second went to Aarons. Third went to Nick Cooper. Fourth across the line was David Harleman, Blake Brown in 5th. 6th went to Tyler Hargrove, Todd Hook in 7th. 8th was Joshua Van Gore, and Trevor Collins back there in position number 9. Heat number 2 getting lined up inside the Exeter pit road. The lineup looks this way. Starting on the pole in car number 69, it's Keith Hackney. To the outside of the front row in car number 88, it's Thomas Coggins out of position number 2. Starting position 3 in car number 71, it's Richard Spa. Starting out of position number 4 in car number 5, it's Dylan Schweer. Starting position 5 in the 420, Eric Elmore. Starting position 6 in car number 37, Randall Carter. Starting position 7 in car number 45, it's Jarrett Murphy. Starting out of position number 8 in car number 73, it's Rodney Brown. And starting position 9 in car number 8, it's Taylor Brizicella. That is your 9 starters for heat race number 2. 10 more laps on the board. Now just waiting for, looks like Taylor Brizicella not going to make the call. But Taylor going to miss heat race number 2, and that's going to put that 8 machine in a world of hurt. Of course, same thing as what we did last time. We'll go 2 formation laps rolling behind the Iracing official pace truck. And we'll go green flag racing next time by. When the drivers come out of turn number 4, so not this time, but the following time by. Keith Hackney and Thomas Coggins, the front row. So top three straight to tonight's A main. The rest of the drivers getting seated in the B, C, D, and potentially E main as well. Although I think we're only going to have a D main. I don't think we're going to have the E main, but we'll find out after heat race number 6. Here we go, heat 2 on the board. 10 laps, green flag is out, and we're underway. Keith Hackney got a good start as he will lead the drivers in heat race number 2 down into turn number 1. Spa trying to make a move in position number 3 at the moment. Randall Carter in the 37 sliding into position number 4. At the moment, 1 spot out of a transfer. Hackney, Coggins and Spa, your top 3. Carter battling with Schweer in the 5 car. Back there in position 5. Then you got Eric Elmore in the 420 in position number 6. Carter getting a good run on the back of the 71 of Richard Spa down into turn number 1 and 2. Right up on the back bumper of that 71, Carter trying to look to the outside on the back straight but no. Now he tries to dive low into turns 3 and 4. He races for the transfer spot. Spa hangs on. Carter's going to dive it down low. Here comes Schwee in the 5 machine. Trying to make something happen, trying to get back by the 37 of Randall Carter. But out in front at the moment, we complete lap number 4 of the 10-lap heat race. It is Keith Hackney out in front by a couple of car lengths back to the 88 of Thomas Coggins. Followed him back then by Richard Spa in position number 3. Carter's got 5 more laps to get something done here in heat race number 2 to get an automatic spot in tonight's A main. Hackney turning lap times in the mid 18 seconds at the moment. A lot of drivers in the 18.6s, 18.7s. We've also got Carter and Schweer also in the 18.5s as well. Three laps remain here at the Knoxville Raceway. Keith Hackney continues to lead from Thomas Coggins in 2nd, Richard Spa 3rd, Randall Carter 4th, and Dylan Schweer, Eric Elmore, Jarrett Murphy and Rodney Brown rounds out this 8-car field for heat race number 2. Track slick on the bottom at both ends of the racetrack, so the drivers running in the middle part of the corners. Carter, he's got one more time to try and get into position number 3. This is his final chance. He gets onto the back of the 71, hook the 71. Well, a little bit of karma right there. And the 5 of Dylan Schweer. He's now going to get into position number 3, courtesy of the contact between Carter and Richard Spa. But off of turn number 4, the checkered flag belongs to Keith Hackney. He will start position 2 in tonight's A main. 2nd home went to the 88 of Thomas Coggins. 3rd was Dylan Schweer in car number 5. Home in 4th was Eric Elmore. Randall Carter home in 5th. 6th home was Jarrett Murphy. 7th was Rodney Brown. And 8th was Richard Spa. That concludes heat race number 2. Heat 3 up next. I'll look at your starting grid here for heat race number 3 in just a moment. We're going to wait for the drivers to get onto the racetrack. Starting on the pole, heat race number 3 in car number 96, it's Nicholas Daffin. So he's outside the 3 of Lewis Hewitt. Starting position 3 in the 018. It's Eddie Mullinex, and starting position number 4 in the 06, it's Matthew Everts. Starting position 5 in car number 12, it's Ryan Harris. Starting position 6 in car number 60, it's Kyle Pearson. Starting position 7 in car number 25, it's Carl Young. And starting position number 8 in car number 15, it's John Batista. That is your 8 starters for heat race number 3. So we go 5 miles around the Knoxville Raceway. Yes, 10 laps the distance, half a mile each lap. Green flag next time by. One more lap behind the pace truck. So Daffin and Hewitt, the front row. Mullenix and Evans, row 2. Harris and Pearson, row 3. Row 4, Young and Batista. 10 laps the distance. One more time. Here we go. Daffin got a good start from Hewitt. We go into 1 and 2. Evans and Mullenix side by side, 3 wide down the back straight away, and well, unfortunately for Hewitt, he's gone back on all 4, so there was contact with Evans, Hewitt, and Mullenix, and that's going to put Evans and Hewitt at the back of this field. Mullenix back there in position number 6, and a little bit lucky here for Ryan Harris in the 12 car, although Kyle Pearson in the 60, he was just shot out of a cannon off at turn number 2, and he gets position number 2. Daffin continues to dominate this field in the opening couple of laps due to the contact on the opening lap down the back straightaway. Pearson in position number 2, Ryan Harris in 3rd, and John Batista from position 8 up to position number 4. And Batista get a direct transfer into tonight's A main via the heat races. He's got a lot of work to do right now if he's going to have any chance at catching up to the 12 of Ryan Harris. As Harris trying to make a move. Your second place driver in the 60, that's Kyle Pearson. Pearson and Harris over 1/10.5 quicker than Daffin on the previous lap. But Daffin, he's got over a second lead. We'll see what the lead is this time by. It was at about 1.066. And you're looking at a little bit, just over a second lead, so still pretty much the same. Although Pearson and Harris, that was still quicker on the previous couple of laps. Daffin to the middle of turns 1 and 2, as is Pearson. Harris as well. 4th is John Batista. 5th, Carl Young. Eddie Mullenix in the 18, in the 018, back there in position 6. 7th is Lewis Hewitt. And of course Matthew Evans with a DNF in this one. 2.5 to go down the back straight away for your race leader, Nicholas Daffin. Cool, calm and collected in the 96. Part 1 of the program almost complete for this driver. It's just to get a good qualifying effort and transfer into the A main directly from your heat. He should do that with 1 lap to go as long as no major hiccups occur on this final lap for the 96. Pearson and Harris nose to tail in turns 1 and 2 down the back straight away. For the final time in heat race number 3. Off at turn number 4, the 96 of Nicholas Daffin getting the job done. Second home, Kyle Pearson. 3rd is going to be Ryan Harris. 4th home in the 15 is John Batista. 5th went to the 25 of Carl Young, Eddie Mullenix in 6th. 7th went to Lewis Hewitt and Matthew Evans. Home in position number 8. Heat number 4 up next, and we'll take a look at your grid in just a moment. Heat 4, your lineup looks like this. Starting on the pole in car number 2, it's Dylan Hauser. To the outside, the 85 of Cole Harvey. At a position 3, the 43 of Leo Dan Pena. At a position 4, the 23 of Jeremy Capron. At a position 5, the 11 of Josh Harm. At a position 6, the 421 of Britton Roxbury. Starting position 7 in the 1 car, it's Mark Prindle. And starting position number 8 in car number 44, it's Tyler Blankenship. We put 10 more laps on the board for heat race number 4. The first half of the heat races have been completed. We've got 3 more to go before we get set into the alphabet soups tonight. Can anyone do an alphabet soup run? We'll find out later on. Let's get through 3 more heat races first. Dylan Hauser will lead us off for turn number 4. Up into second into turn number 1 and 2 is Pena in the 43, but Cole Harvey going to work back to the outside. Your race is for second and third. Down the back straight away into 3 and 4. Capron along with Josh Harm back there in 4th and 5th. They run side by side. Cole Harvey gets back into second spot. Pena falls in line on the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Capron, he's got Roxbury and Josh Harm behind him, but Capron, he's now got to run down the back straight away on Pena. Down into 3 and 4. Car slowing at the back. I think it's the 44 of Tyler Blankenship. Not sure what happened to the 44, but Josh Harm through the middle right now gets back to position number 4. And now tries to set his eyes on the back of the 43 of Pena, holding down the third and final transfer spot. Hauser, your race leader from Cole Harvey and Pena. The top 3 at the moment. Then you go back to Josh Harm, Jeremy Capron, Britton Roxbury, Mark Prindle, and Tyler Blankenship. He's quite some way from your 7th place driver, the 44 of Tyler Blankenship. But we go back towards the front of the field right now. And the drivers are fairly spread out at the moment. Here in heat race number 4. We come to the cross flags here in heat race number 4. 5 down, 5 to go. Your race leader in car number 2, it's Dylan Hauser. Still leads this one by less than half a second, about 4/10 of a second. Back to Cole Harvey in the 85. And about 4 car lengths back to Leo Pena in the 43. Josh Harm unable to catch up to the 43. Over the past 3 or 4 laps since he's gotten into 4th place. So Harm at the moment would be sitting in a B main spot. Three laps to go for your race leader, Dylan Hauser. Cole Harvey closing the gap on that 2 machine at the moment. They're coming to 2 to go. And Cole Harvey in the 85 is really closing the gap on that number 2 machine. What can he do in the final couple of laps of this heat race? At the moment, Cole Harvey's got a quicker race car over the past few laps. But although now Dylan Hauser going to start to step it up as he comes to the white flag, this time by 1 more lap around Knoxville. Still the drivers run the middle of the racetrack. Down the back straight away for the final time in heat race number 4. A ledge starting to build, a cushion ledge on the entry into turn number 3, but Dylan Hauser gets the job done. Second home is the 85 of Cole Harvey. Third went to the 43 of Leo Pena. Home in 4th was Josh Harm. 5th home was Jeremy Capron. Britton Roxbury home in 6th. Mark Prindle and Tyler Blankenship rounds out the field in heat race number 4. Now we go to the penultimate heat of the night, heat race number 5. And we'll go through your lineup in just a few moments' time. Drivers rolling out of pit road onto the racetrack for heat race number 5, the 5th heat, the penultimate heat this is for tonight's teams event here at the Pro Late Models at the Knoxville Raceway. Starting on pole in the 999, it's Dylan Fox. Starting position number 2, car number 32 of DJ Kilinowski. Starting position 3, car number 28, it's Zach Rounds. Starting position number 4, car number 9 of Joel Berkeley. Starting out of position number 5 in the 721, it's James Norwell Jr. Starting position 6 in car number 21, it's John Hain. Starting position 7 in car number 22, it's JD Sassy. And starting position number 8 in car number 36, it's Nathan Davis. Very crucial to start on the front row, or start on pole position for tonight's heat races. That's where we've seen your heat winners come from, except heat 1. I think Howard Weaver started position 2. Although it's a front row start nonetheless, and green flag is out and we're underway. Heat race number 5. Fox will lead off for turn number 2 down the back straight away. DJ Kilinowski in second. Third, your challenge is Berkeley on Zach Rounds. Rounds on the low side, Berkeley on the top side. Berkeley has third across the start finish line on the opening lap, but Zach Rounds going to continue to work to the low side, but he's going to lose a ton of ground off at turn number 2, and Berkeley comfortable in third at the moment. Norwell Jr. back in position 5, Sassy in position 6, Davis and Hain in 7th and 8th. Track starting just to get a little bit wider at the moment from what we've seen in the opening heat of the night. It's only a matter of time before the bottom side of the racetrack will start to come in now. Challenge for second. Berkeley on the inside of Kilinowski down the front straight away into 1 and 2. Berkeley with a slide job. Kilinowski got into the back and that allowed Rounds. Just that one little mistake there from DJ Kilinowski, and Zach Rounds got up into third, and now Kilinowski back and challenging for second, and Rounds, he's going to get 2 for the price of 1 on lap number 1 on that last lap. Berkeley put a slider back on Rounds, and look at that from 4th to 2nd. This time it's DJ Kilinowski. Rounds going to put a slider on Berkeley. Berkeley going to turn it back underneath him up at turn number 4. They rub fender panels down the front straight away into 1 and 2. Berkeley with a slide job on Rounds again. Look at the battle going on behind. But the battle is on for the third and final transfer spot. Rounds sliding to the middle of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Berkeley from the middle to the bottom, down the front straight away. This time it's his turn to put a slider back on Rounds. Rounds calculating crossover move in turns 1 and 2. Rounds comfortable now into position number 3, but Berkeley's not going to give up just yet in that number 9 machine. Battle for 5th, 6th and 7th going on. Sassy in the 22, Davis and Norwell Jr. all fighting it out for 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. Well, that was a couple entertaining laps, I must say, in the midway part of the 5th heat race of the night. 2 laps to go for the 999 of Dylan Fox as he exits turn number 2 down the back straight away. Kilinowski, he must have thought that he had a bit of bad luck. After getting a slider from Berkeley, went from 2nd to 4th. And then a lap later, he went from 4th to 2nd. One more lap. For heat race number 5, it's Dylan Fox out in front and should get the win. 2nd, DJ Kilinowski. 3rd in the 28 is Rounds. Berkeley going to try one more time. No, not going to happen. Dylan Fox gets the win. 2nd will go to DJ Kilinowski. Rounds home in 3rd. 4th is going to be Joel Berkeley. 5th across the line is going to be Nathan Davis, James Norwell Jr., John Hain, and JD Sassy rounds out heat race number 5. Now we come to heat race number 6, the final heat of the night, and we'll go through your starting grid in just a moment. Starting on pole, the final heat race of the night in category 18, it's Bryson Daffin, who's outside the 42 of Virgil Graham. Starting position number 3 in category 19, it's Garrett Nabergi. Starting position 4 in the 257, it's Blake Garrett. At a position 5, caliber 17, Tyler Burrow. Starting position 6, caliber 29 of Josh Phillips. Skylar Brown, caliber 10, will start position number 7, and starting position 8 in caliber 46, it's Charles Silvers. This is your final 8 cars for the final heat race of the night before we get set into the preliminary mains here at the Knoxville Raceway, the Pro Late Models. It's the team's event right here on Hammerdown TV. Still plenty of racing to come here at Knoxville so far. Daffin, Graham, Nabergi, and Garrett. Burrow, Phillips, Brown, and Silvers. Green flag is out, and we're underway with Bryson Daffin, of course, leading down into turn number 1 and 2. Graham in second. He has got Garrett and Nabergi behind him in third and fourth. Garrett and the 257 now gets into position number 3. Nabergi in the 19. Garrett Nabergi, one spot out of a transfer at the moment. He's got Phillips and Burrow nose to tail right in behind him on the exit of turn number 2. Bryson Daffin continuing to lead this field down into turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps complete here in the final heat race of the night. Virgil Graham riding in second spot in that number 42 machine. Third in the 257, that's Blake Garrett. Garrett Nabergi in the 19, back there in position 4. 29, Josh Phillips in position 5, now challenged here by the 17 of Tyler Burrow. So Burrow and Phillips. You go back to Skylar Brown in the 10 machines. Oh, running something different as of late, Skylar Brown. Halfway home here in the final heat race of the night. 5 laps to go. Bryson Daffin continues to lead this field. Virgil Graham slowly starting to close in on your race leader into turn number 3 and 4. Looking at about 0.3 of a second between Graham and, of course, Daffin. Into 3 and 4. Daffin, the previous lap, he was about 0.3 slower than Virgil Graham. Now he pulls a rabbit out of the hat. He goes about half a tenth quicker. So now you're looking around 3.5 tenths from your race leader and second place driver Daffin in the 18 out in front. Virgil Graham in second. Blake Garrett in third. Garrett Nabergi in fourth. Tyler Burrow fifth. Skylar Brown sixth. Seventh is going to be Josh Phillips. Charles Silvers pulling to the infield. And your races for the lead off at turn number 2 down the back straight away. Graham catches the infield burn. Slides up and Daffin turns it back underneath him now. The white flag is out at the line. We're going to give it to Bryson Daffin as he looks to slide up in front of Virgil Graham. They make contact into 1 and 2. Here comes Blake Garrett now up into second. Garrett going to slide up. Virgil Graham going to turn it back underneath. It's a drag race off of turn 4. Bryson Daffin gets the win. Blake Garrett home in second. Third, Virgil Graham. Garrett Niebury, Tyler Burrow, Skylar Brown, Josh Phillips, and Charles Silvers. That is 6 heat races completed. No E-main, so we go straight to tonight's D-main. And we've got 13 cars in tonight's D-main. We take the top 4. It'll be 14 laps of distance, and we'll go through your starting grid here in just a moment. Here we go, tonight's D-main rolling out on track for 14 laps. Starting on the pole of tonight's D-main in the 123, it's Todd Hook. At a position number 2, caliber 73 of Rodney Brown. At a position 3, the 3 of Lewis Hewitt. At a position 4, the 1 of Mark Prindle. The 21 of John Hayne lines up at a position 5. The 29 of Josh Phillips starts position 6. Starting position 7. In caliber 454, it's Joshua Van Gore. Starting position 8 in the 71, it's Richard Sparr. At a position 9, the 06 of Matthew Everts. Lining up at a position 10. In caliber 46, it's Charles Silvers. Lining up at a position 11, the 22 of JD Sassy. And your final starter in the 042, it's Trevor Collins. Start at a position 13. No 12th position because Tyler Blankenship was scheduled to start at a position 10, but not making the call. Not a dirty move at all, it's just hard racing. Here we go, 14 laps of distance here in tonight's D-main. Top 4 will move on. As your race leader, Todd Hook down the back straightaway. Lewis Hewitt getting quickly into position number 2. And look at the 1 of Mark Prindle. It is busy for third on back right now. The 29 of Phillips trying to make his way into position 4. He does so. The 73 of Rodney Brown getting a little too high on the top side of turns 1 and 2. John Hayne in the 21 up to position 5. Keep an eye on the 46 of Charles Silvers trying to make his way forward as well. Challenge for the race lead, Lewis Hewitt putting a slider on Todd Hook into 1 and 2. Hook turns it back underneath. They drag race down the back straight away. Hook on the inside in the Wayne Pick Machine, the 1, 2, 3. Hewitt in the 3 car on the low side on the exit of turn number 4. Down the front straight away. Hewitt had it at the line. Hewitt slides up in front of Hook. Hook once again going to try to turn it back underneath him now down the back straight away. Hook, will he go low? No, he goes to the top side with Lewis Hewitt. Oh, he just tucks in behind him at the moment. Meanwhile, battle for 3rd and 4th. Prindle and Phillips. Nose to tail. Then you got John Hayne back there in position number 5, sitting 1 spot out of a transfer. Positions 5 on back, go home. The top 4 will go on. Nose to tail, the top 4 on the top side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. Hewitt, Hook, Prindle and Phillips. Phillips now trying a line higher than Prindle in turns 3 and 4. He made a mistake. That's going to allow Hayne now to close in on the back of the 29. He got into the back of him. And then Hayne a little over the shop in front of his teammate Trevor Collins. And Matthew Everts back there in position number 7. Your race for second is heating up right now. Prindle tried to the inside in 3 and 4 on Todd Hook, but couldn't quite make it. Phillips still in position number 4 at the moment. Battle for 5th and 6th between the teammates. Collins and Haynes. Collins going to slide up in front of Haynes. Haynes going to turn it back underneath him. Now they race down the front straightaway, side by side. Haynes has it. Going down into 1 and 2. Collins turned it underneath him now in the middle of 1 and 2. Here comes Everts as well. Everts continuing to work the low side into turn number 3 and 4. Meanwhile, here we go, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Prindle, he's now up to position 2. He got by the 123 of Todd Hook. And Josh Phillips in the 29. He is right there with him again. 4 laps to go for your race leader, Lewis Hewitt. In tonight's D-Main. Looking to start what could be an alphabet soup run here this evening. Going to be very tough with the caliber of drivers here this evening. Here at the Knoxville Raceway, the Pro Late Models. Phillips all over Hook now down the back straight away to his inside into turn number 3 and 4. Phillips going to slide up in front of Hook. Hook needs to be careful because the 0.42 of Trevor Collins. He is there with 2 to go. He now ducks to the inside, catches the infield burn. 2 wheeling and dealing into turn number 1 and 2. That was very close to getting into the side of the 29 of Phillips, but Hook managed to stab the brake, turn it back under him off of turn 2. Coming to 1 lap to go here in tonight's D-Main. And your battle for 4th and 5th. Hook hanging on to that 4th and final transfer spot. Collins going to dive it down low into 3 and 4. No, not going to happen. Lewis Hewitt gets the job done. Home in 2nd. Went to the 1 of Mark Prindle. Josh Phillips home in 3rd. 4th went to the 123 of Todd Hook. Those 4 drivers continue on. Trevor Collins, Richard Sparr, Charles Silvers, JD Sassy, Joshua Vangor, Matthew Evans, John Hayne, and Rodney Brown. Their evenings are over in tonight's D-Main. Our C-Main up next, and we'll have your grid in just a moment. It'll be 16 laps of distance. The 13 cars in tonight's C-Main, 16 laps of journey. Once again, we take the top 4 into tonight's B-Main. Starting on the pole in car number 23, it's Jeremy Capron. Starting at position number 2, car number 36 of Nathan Davis. Starting position 3, car number 17, Tyler Burrow. Starting out of position number 4 in the 211, it's Tyler Hargrave. Starting position number 5 in car number 45, it's Jarrett Murphy. Starting position 6 in the 018, Eddie Monix. And starting position 7 in the 421, Britton Roxbury. Starting position 8 in car number 721, James Normoyle Jr. Starting on the inside of row number 5 in car number 10, out of position 9, it's Skylar Brown. Starting out of position number 10. In car number 3, it's Lewis Hewitt from the D-Main. Starting out of position number 11, car number 1 of Mark Prindle. Starting position 12, car number 29 of Josh Phillips. Riding shotgun at the back of this field, out of position 13 in car 1, 2, 3. It's going to be Todd Hook. 16 laps the distance. Here in tonight's C-Main, 4 drivers, their night will continue. The other 9, they will pack it up, as their night will be done and dusted. Here we go. C-Main about to roll off. Green flag is out and we're underway. Jeremy Capron will lead us down the front straightaway. Down into 1 and 2 we go. We keep it clean for the moment. Oh, the 721 got into the back of the 018 Eddie Mullenix there. And Mullenix turned around. You would think that he's done for already. Lap 1 of the books that belongs to Jeremy Capron, Nathan Davis, followed quickly in second, Jared Murphy in third. You battle for the 4th and final transfer spot in the 211 of Tyler Hargrove. Roxbury on the inside, Skylar Brown on the outside in the 10 machine. Brown up to position number 5 now. Still plenty of laps left in this one. Still 13 remain. This time bypass the flag stand for your race leader, Jeremy Capron. Keeping an eye on 3rd and 4th battle between Jared Murphy and Tyler Hargrove. Murphy in the 45. Way up top off of turn number 4. Hargrove in the 211 on the low side. Then you got Britton Roxbury and Skylar Brown. They went inside, outside of the 211. And Hargrove went from 4th to 6th in the matter of 2 turns. And Skylar Brown now to position number 4. Britton Roxbury back there in position 5. And Lewis Hewitt and Mark Prindle, well, they're making their way through the field at the moment, sitting 7th and 8th. They've still got quite a few spots to make up if they want to continue running the alphabet soup. Skylar Brown now into position 3. Murphy falling back to position 4. Oh no, Murphy got to the back of Brown. There's 2 spots. That's going to open up. Hewitt and Prindle both got on by, and that puts Britton Roxbury into a 4th and final transfer spot. Not for too long, because here comes the one of Prindle. Oh, contact down the back straight away. There's cars all over the joint. Oh, that had everything. In a matter of lap, this whole field has just been shaken up. Capron still leads from Davis, out comfortable. Britton Roxbury now holding down that 3rd spot on the racetrack in the 421. And your D-main winner, Lewis Hewitt, now into position number 4. Tyler Byron back there in position 5 is about 2 car lengths away from your driver in the 3 car. Lewis Hewitt in 4th. He now pulls up to his back bumper going into turn number 3. Your races for the transfer spot. Phillips and Mullenix slowly starting to close in on your 5th and 4th place drivers. Capron has just got this thing on cruise control at the moment. Turning lap times in the 18.7s. His best lap at 18.560. 5 laps remain here in tonight's C-Main. Barrow trying to put the pressure on Hewitt into 3 and 4. Capron continues to lead this field by over a second from Nathan Davis. These drivers, well, they are turning similar sort of lap times. Hewitt, the fastest car on the racetrack on the previous lap with an 18.6. So Hewitt has found something on the top side of the racetrack. Coming to 2 laps to go. This time bypass the flag stand for your race leader, Jeremy Capron, Nathan Davis. Britton Roxbury, 3rd. Lewis Hewitt rounds out the top 4. Those 4 drivers looking to make it into tonight's B-Main, where it will get just a little bit tougher. And the stranglehold that these guys have on this field at the moment. Coming to 1 to go. 1 lap remaining here in tonight's C-Main. Your race leader down the back straight away for the final time in tonight's C-Main. Off of turn number 4, the checkers around. Jeremy Capron gets the job done. Second home, Nathan Davis. Third, going to be Britton Roxbury. Fourth, Lewis Stewart. He continues the alphabet soup. Those 4 drivers continue on. Burrow, Phillips, Mullenix, Hook, Prindle, Norwell Jr., Hargroves, Brown, and Murphy. They all finished 5th through to position number 13, and their nights are over. Our B main up next, and if you think our C main was one to watch out for, well, now you throw in a ton of talent with 18 laps of distance, 13 cars. However, we only take the top 2. We'll go through your starting grid here in just a moment. Let's take a look at your B main starting lineup. Starting on the pole, car number 24, it's David Heidelman. To his outside in position number 2, it's the 420 of Eric Elmore. Starting position 3, car number 15, John Batista. Starting out of position number 4, car number 11 of Josh Harm. Starting out of position number 5, the 9 of Joel Berkeley. Starting position 6, car number 19, Garrett Nabergi. Starting position 7, caliber 74 of Blake Brown. And starting position 8, caliber 37 of Randall Carter. In fact, Randall Carter been given an EOL, so that's going to put Jeremy Capron in the 23 out of position 8. Out of position 9, the 25 of Carl Young. Out of position 10, the 421 of Britton Roxbury. Out of position 11, the 36 of Nathan Davis. Then I go back to Lewis Stewart and Randall Carter. Make up this 13-car field for tonight's B main. 18 laps the distance. Reminder, we only take the top 2. Yes, top 2 to set up our 20-car field. 20-car field for tonight's 50-lapper. B main, we are underway. David Heidelman will lead off at turn number 4. And things are certainly going to be hot in the kitchen. Elmore holding down position number 2, Batista. He's got Harm, Berkeley, Nabergi, and Capron behind him. Oh no! Drivers are piling in hot and heavy right now through turns 3 and 4. Nabergi on the inside of Harm into 1 and 2. Harm on the top side. Reclaims position number 4. Parliament, your race leader from Eric Elmore. Returns 1 and 2, they ride the top side of the racetrack. Berkeley in 3rd, Josh Harm in position 4. Nabergi in position 5. Then you go back to John Batista. Jeremy Capron, 7th. Lewis Stewart in 8th. 9th. Britton Roxbury rounding out the top 10 as Randall Carter. Then you go back to Nathan Davis, Blake Brown, and Carl Young, unfortunately already back on pit road, so his night's over early in tonight's B main. David Heidelman continues to lead this field. Coming to 13 laps to go here in tonight's B main. Up next on the program is tonight's A main. It'll be 50 laps in distance around the Knoxville Raceway. Heidelman turning lap times in the high 18 seconds, as is a lot of these drivers. A lot of them into the 18.7s, 18.8s. A couple of drivers have already ventured down into the 18.6s. I think over the next 5 laps, the 9 of Joel Berkeley, he's going to be challenging for second here. He's been fast these past 3 or 4 laps. Unfortunately, he's got Eric Elmore in front of him, who is no slouch. He's picked up multiple Pro Late Model and Super Late Model wins here at Hammerdown TV in Season 4. As David Harleman continues to lead this field. Harlan off at turn number 2. He's got a 2-car length lead over the 420 of Eric Elmore. Closely followed by about a car length is Joel Berkeley. And then about 2 car lengths back to the 11 of Josh Harm. Down into 1 and 2. They all pretty much use the same line through turns 1 and 2. Elmore now challenging David Harleman in turns 3 and 4. There's a little mistake there from Harleman going into turn 3, and that just opened up the door for Elmore to stick his nose in, but couldn't quite make a pass. 6 laps to go here in tonight's B main. Top 2 only from the B main will start position 19 and 20 in tonight's 20-car field. For the team's race here in the Pro Late Models at Knoxville, right here on Hammerdown TV. Elmore's got a choice to make. He's sitting all over the back of the 24 down the front straightaway. He can just think, I'm just sitting in second at the moment. I've got a transfer. Do I take the chance at getting into first but losing a little bit of time, allowing the 9 of Joel Berkeley? Or do I just sit behind the 24 knowing that at the moment he is locked into tonight's show, coming to 3 laps to go? Harleman Elmore, your top 2. Berkeley Harm sitting 3rd and 4th. 5th, Capron, Niebergy, Winneberg, I should say, in 6th. Hewitt in 7th. Carter 8th. Batista 9th. Britton Roxbury in position number 10. 2 laps to go for your race leader David Harleman. And Eric Elmore still in position number 2. And he is all over the back of that 24 machine going into 3. For the penultimate time in tonight's B main, the white flag is out, this time by lap 17 complete of 18 laps here in tonight's B main. And for the final time, David Harleman down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. He will lock himself into tonight's show. He will start position 19. Home in second is going to be the 420 of Eric Elmore. Just missing out was Joel Berkeley, Josh Harm, Jeremy Capron, Garrett Niebergy, Lewis Hewitt, Randall Carter, John Batista, Nathan Davis, Britton Roxbury, Blake Brown, and Carl Young are the drivers that will find themselves sitting on the outside of tonight's A main and not being able to race in this 50-lapper here this evening. We'll take a quick break and let the drivers warm up for about 3 minutes. We'll come back with your lineup for tonight's 50-lapper here are the Pro Late Models at Knoxville. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night. It's the main event time. 50 laps on the board here at the Knoxville Raceway for the Pro Late Model Teams race right here on Hammerdown TV. Big thanks to Gen X Bad for this one. As the fireworks go off here at the Knoxville Raceway, let's go through your starting grid. Starting position number 20 in the 420, it's Eric Elmore. Starting position 19, the 24 of David Hartman. Virgil Graham will start alongside Zach Browns in row number 9. Row number 8, Leo Pena alongside Ryan Harris. Your 7th row on the outside, Dylan Schweer will start alongside Nick Cooper on the inside. Blake Garrett on the outside of row number 6, and DJ Kilanowski on his inside. Your front 5 rows, Cole Harvey on the outside of row number 5. On the inside, in car number 60, it's Kyle Pearson. Thomas Coggins will start out of position 8, starting out of position 7, Bill Aarons. On the outside of row number 3, in car number 18, Bryson Daffin. Alongside him in the 999, it's Dylan Fox. Dylan Hauser will start position 4, starting position 3, it's Nicholas Daffin. In your front row for tonight's main event on the outside, car number 69, Keith Acme. And your pole sitter for tonight's 50 lapper in the 07, it's Howard Weaver. 50 laps on the board, green flag is out, and we are underway here in Knoxville. Already going 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2 for the minor placing. Hackney, Daffin, Fox. Hauser was trying to throw his name into the mix as well. Hackney, well, he's high, wide, and handsome. He's going to lose a couple of spots. He's going to get shuffled back to 5th. And we've got a car around. And I believe it was, well, his car's going upside down as well. The 32 of DJ Kilanowski. Got turned by the 35 of Nick Cooper there. And then, of course, I think it was Pena in the 43 may have been coming through, had nowhere to go. No, in fact, sorry, it was Zach Rouse in the 28, so Nick Cooper in the 35 causing that one. And that was a frantic opening couple of laps, or opening lap, I should say, here in the Pro Late Model feature event here tonight. Of course, unfortunately for tonight, with the main event, we have a yellow. We're generally going to lose 3 laps, or 3 green flag laps. So the laps will continue to tick on by, and now the drivers will line up in the rows of 2 by 2. So we'll have 4 down, 46 to go. Green flag back out on the racetrack here at Knoxville. And look at that. Look at just the single row of cars on the top side. Oh no! Dylan Fox around, got turned by the 88 of Coggins, I believe that was. This is just, well, Kyle Pearson upside down. I mean, that was just a mess. All the drivers trying to get to the top side, and well, how Weaver, just like late models, they provide some more cautions. So second caution of the night, the lights out on the Iracing official pace truck here. Howard Weaver from Nicholas Daffin, Keith Hackney, Dylan Hauser, Bryson Daffin, Bill Aarons, Dylan Schwer, Blake Garrett, Nick Cooper, Ryan Harris, your top 10. Zach Rounds, Virgil Graham, Eric Elmore, David Heidemann, Leo Pena, DJ Kilinowski, Cole Harvey, Dylan Fox, and Thomas Coggins. So just the one car that was lost so far, and that happens to be the 60 of Kyle Pearson, who ended up upside down. Oh, Hauser made the move on the 96 of Daffin into turn number 1 and 2. Now the 18 of Bryson Daffin on the inside of Nicholas Daffin into turn number 3. Nicholas in the 96, he works to the outside. They go 3 wide behind him, and there's some cars having contact. Parliament and Graham had contact in 3 and 4. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow on the racetrack for the 3rd time at the moment, and the 420 of Eric Elmore slowing here. We'll take a look at our replay. Oh, it's just 3 cars fighting for the same bit of track position. Unfortunately for Eric Elmore in the 420, he was the unfortunate party in that one. Cole Harvey going back to pit road. Right now, at the moment, completed 11 of the 50-lap main event here at the moment. So we'll have 37 to go when we get the green flag next time by. Not this time, the next time by. So Howard Weaver, Dylan Hauser, Nicholas Daffin, Keith Hackney, and Bryson Daffin, your top 5. Well, he's getting a little too antsy at the moment. So Hauser on the outside of the front row. Keep an eye on him in the number 2 machine. Will be your race leader. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. They are going at it 3, nearly 4 wide down the front straightaway. As Hauser, he picked up the left front like you wouldn't believe. He just got in the grip, he stopped in the heat. Well, he might as well have left the left front at home. Weaver will continue to lead the field off of turn number 4. Look at the battle, 3-wide battle in the 5 machine. That's Dylan Schwer. This is for about 8th and 9th at the moment. Cooper in the 35. Daffin and Aaron side by side into 3 and 4. Then you got Cooper, Fox as well, Round, Schwer. Oh no, Cooper getting turned around 360. Everybody missed him, but unfortunately because he was facing the wrong way when the cars had split him, it brought out the caution. Nick Cooper around at the back of this field, and another yellow flag. Of course, like I said earlier, each time the caution flag comes out, we lose 3 laps of racing. We haven't got a whole lot of laps in the books at the moment. right now, drivers on 2 to green. And they might be getting a bit of a spray from race control in regards to situations. 50 laps, it's a long way around the Knoxville Raceway. They need to make these kind of bonehead moves in the early parts of this 50 lapper. Again, the drivers will get in rows of 2 by 2. Okay, green flag, this time by Howard Weaver has command of the field. 3, 2, 1. He's gone early again. And Howard Weaver from Dylan Hauser down the front straightaway. Keith Hackney in position number 3, but Nicholas Tappen to the inside of the 96. Put the slider on Hackney, sorry. And Tappen now up to position 3, but Hackney not going to take that one lying down. Zach Brown's now on the inside. Guys still making contact in the back of the field, but your race is for about 5th at the moment. Rounds on the inside of Bryson Daffin in the 18 car. Here comes Bill Aarons on the outside. Now remember, he's had quick timing this evening, and unfortunately finished second in his heat race to Howard Weaver. So he's stuck in around the top 10 at the moment. Well, that's still a good night for the 99. See a lot of the drivers utilising the top side of the racetrack. Zach Brown's the first car inside the top 10 that is running the bottom side of the racetrack. Hackney, you battle for 3rd at the moment. Hackney all over Daffin into turn number 1 and 2. Hackney at the moment in between the Daffin sandwich. Oh, there's contact as Hackney now gets into position number 3, and Daffin turned Daffin, and we got a car upside down. It's Bill Aarons, but he's back on all fours. And Nicholas Daffin getting turned by Bryson, and Bill Aarons caught up involved in that one. Things were fairly crazy in those last couple of laps, especially for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Two to green at the moment. So at the moment when they come past the start-finish line, we are halfway home. 25 down, 25 to go. We've got the green flag this time by Howard Weaver. Continues to lead this field as he's done so in every lap of tonight's main event so far. Well, at the moment he's going to have to contest with the pace car that's who's leading the most laps. Three, two, one. Howard Weaver goes, and as does Dylan Hauser. He timed that start to perfection, and that was a dead heat down the front straightaway, down into turn number 1 and 2. Weaver's got the line going into 1. Off for turn number 2. Pulls away by about a car and a half length from Dylan Hauser. Hackney now running the bottom side in the 69. Bryson Daffin in the 18 now to position number 3. Here comes a slide jump from Dylan Hauser. The yellow flag comes out. Oh boy, talk about getting some luck. This could be Dylan Hauser's moment. He may just get put to the front of the field. with a perfectly timed slide job going into one. The caution flag came out. Who, at the moment, it's saying that Howard Weaver has still got the top spot on the racetrack. Man, that was close. That's the 5 of Dylan Schwer going through the pits. In fact, he's actually just coming back out. So, still only essentially lost one car. Although that car seems to be back out onto the racetrack. It is a couple of laps down. That's the 60 of Kyle Pearson. There's still 20 cars on the racetrack, 19 on the lead lap. So we have 19 laps to go when we get the green flag next time by Howard Weaver. Very, very lucky to hold on to that race lead after that slider come in from Dylan Hauser in the 2 car in turns 1 and 2. The 30 laps have been completed, 20 remain. Green flag racing, this time by for turn number 4. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hackney near pushing Dylan Hauser down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Daffin on the inside of Hauser into 1. Hackney got into the back of someone. Here comes David Hardiman up to position number 4. He started position 19 and is now challenging for a podium spot. He's got a top 5 at the moment. Hardiman runs the low side into 1 and 2. Your top 4 drivers all ride the top, so make that top 5 as Virgil Graham got on by David Hardiman. Coggins in the 88 around the outside of Hardiman. Hardiman getting shuffled back now to about 7th or 8th spot. Weaver, unfortunately, he's gone back to position number 4 in Dylan Hauser. Your race leader who's been timing these starts perfect. Oh, Hackney and Weaver make contact. They go 4 wide. On the exit of turn 4, now they spread out a bit. Hauser from Daffin. That's your top 2. Thomas Coggins up to position 3. And Keith Hackney, position 4. Howard Weaver back to position 5 and the yellow flag flies. Nothing wrong with those starts. Starts are legal. And right now, drivers on 2 to green, so 2 more times. Behind the Iracing official pace truck, Dylan Hauser, your new race leader. So we'll have 38 laps complete, with 12 laps remain. And it's all about timing these restarts. This time, Dylan Hauser, he's got control of the field, and Bryson Daffin, he's now going to be the car on the outside of the front row. He's going to have to time these starts like Hauser timed the starts on Weaver. Speaking of Weaver, he's back to position 5. He's got Coggins and Hackney in front of him. Virgil Graham in 6. 7th, Zach Rounds. David Hardiman in 8th. Dylan Fox 9th. Nick Cooper in 10th. Leo Pena 11th. Blake Garrett, Eric Elmer, Nicholas Daffin, Bill Aarons, DJ Kilinowski, Dylan Schwer. 17 cars on the lead lap. Brian Harris, the first car to officially park it on the trailer. Yep. Kyle Pearson and Cole Harvey still out there as well. In fact, Cole Harvey on pit road, Kyle Pearson still on the racetrack in car number 60. 12 laps to go. 6 miles. We'll see if we can get these in here. And I'll start in the middle of 3 and 4. You're allowed to. And here we go. Dylan Hauser leads off for turn number 4. A totally unexpected start caught Bryson Daffin sleeping on that one. Meanwhile, battle for 3rd and 4th. Is Keith Hackney now around the outside of Coggins. Here comes Weaver on the outside of the 88. Coggins down into 3. Graham closely in behind the 07 machine off for turn number 4. Weaver back to position number 4 just as the yellow flag flies. And it's the 60 of Kyle Pearson around and slowing on the front straightaway. The yellow flag will fly one more time. In fact, also the 96 of Nicholas Daffin may have had a hand in that one. Well, I think Bryson Daffin in the 18. He now might be wary of what Dylan Hauser was doing on that one. And looking at chat, Dylan Hauser getting an EOL. Dylan Hauser being penalised for maybe starting in the middle of 3 and 4. I'm not too sure, but I'll tell you right now, he wouldn't be happy with that call. So that's going to put Bryson Daffin alongside Keith Hackney. Unless they've given the wrong person an EOL. DJ Filipowski been given an EOL right there. So how's it not cooperating? I mean, not sure why that number 2 machine had been given an EOL. Not cooperating, so he is now being disqualified. So Daffin alongside Hackney, Weaver and Thomas Coggins. So controversy late in the race with 7 laps to go. And Bryson Daffin now leads down into 1 and 2. Look at Virgil Graham on the low side. He's looking to pick up about 3 spots on that restart. He now gets to position 2, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Oh, Hackney, he got chewed up and spat out. He's lost about 4, 5, 6, nearly 7 spots at the moment. Weaver and Graham side by side. Oh, the yellow flag comes out. And this could set us up, and it should set us up for a 1-lap dash. We complete lap number 45. It might even give us a green-white checker. Boy, oh boy, some controversy. Controversy late in this one. So a green-white checker. So it's Bryson Daffin who has to put 2 laps together. 1 mile. To claim victory here in the Pro Late Models here at the Knoxville Raceway. We'll go through your top 10. Bryson Daffin, Virgil Graham, Howard Weaver, Thomas Coggins, Zach Rounds, Nick Cooper, Dylan Fox, Keith Hackney, Eric Elmore, and David Holloman. Your top 10. 1 to green. We complete lap number 47. We'll complete lap 48 when we get the green flag. So a green, white checker. Daffin, Graham the front row, Weaver, and Coggins. Here we go. Green, white checker incoming. Bryson Daffin, can he get the job done? He gets on the gas. Green flag is out. Into 1 and 2, straight to the top side of the racetrack. Weaver down low on the inside of Virgil Graham. Graham powers back around the outside of Weaver up for turn number 2. Here comes Coggins in the 88. Into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time off for turn number 4. The white flag is out. Daffin leads Graham. Graham's got one more shot in 3 and 4. Through the middle of 1 and 2, down the back straight away for the final time. Bryson Daffin. 2 more turns to go. Here comes Graham with a slide job. Daffin slides it back underneath him. A race, drag race to the start finish line, and Bryson Daffin getting the job done. Bryson Daffin in car number 18 grabs the twin checkers, and he is tonight's winner of the 50-lap Pro Late Model event. Virgil Graham home in second. Third went to Thomas Coggins, Howard Weaver, Zach Browns, Nick Cooper, Keith Hackney, David Holloman, Dylan Fox, Nicholas Daffin, Leo Pena, Eric Elmore, Kyle Pearson, Dylan Schwer, DJ Killenhowski, Bill Aarons, Dylan Hauser, Blake Garrett, Cole Harvey, and Ryan Harris. What a finish that was to tonight's main event. We'll get a word with our top 3 here in just a moment. Trying to grab second place driver Virgil Graham. Doesn't look like he was in Discord, so sorry, TeamSpeak. But we'll bring up the driver that finished in third place tonight in the 88. Thomas Coggins. Thomas, congratulations. You started 8th. You come away with a third place finish here tonight. You must be thrilled about the result.
Yeah, man. Car was actually pretty good. Kind of got put to the back about the first part of the race and was able to battle back up to the front.
But you guys had a few too many cautions here this evening. I mean, how frustrating was it to try and get in a groove and then have the yellow flag come out fairly quickly?
My car was pretty good on the top, and I could actually drive down to the middle coming out of the corner, which should have been help passing some guys. But every time we get bunched up, then it just kind of get a little hairy. So overall, wasn't too bad.
Well, what was going through your mind on that last green-white checker on that last restart?
Just stay high, run my line, hold it, and hit the gas.
Look, well done on a third place here this evening. You got any spots to shout you want to give before we let you get out of here?
No.
All right, there we go. Thomas Coggins there home in third place, and what a drive from this man. He started position 18. He comes away with a second place here tonight. Virgil Graham. Virgil, you passed 16 cars. You have a challenge for the lead in the final last couple of laps, but you couldn't get it done. But still, I mean, an amazing performance from you in that 42 machine. Virgil, we got a copy?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, guys.
Hey man, you are past 16 cars tonight. You had a challenge there for that lead on the final corner. Just it all come down to that last restart. Man, you were passing cars left, right, and center.
Yeah, I passed 16, but I needed to pass 17. Yeah, I mean it was fun. Lots of yellow laps, and my car was fast. It was real good. So I was honestly just hoping for as many green flag laps as we could get, and I was able to make the top work pretty decent. And there toward about 10 to go, I rung the bottom, and I went from like fifth to second in one corner. I don't know if people got together or if it was just that fast. And then with that last restart, I caught him twice, and he just kind of I caught him at the wrong time. I caught him right on exit, and it just wasn't, or I caught him right on entry. I mean, and it didn't work well for like a slider at the time, so I kind of got bunched up and had to reset it and try it again. And the next time I caught him, I just sent the slider, and I ended up doing it a little bit too flat, and so I kind of parked it in front of him, and I just knew I was going to scrub a lot of speed, but. I think he beat me by a nose, and it had to be a good one to watch, at least there at the end.
It's in the track, obviously. Had that slick line on the bottom, so obviously it moved up. Were you surprised that the bottom actually didn't come back in here late towards that feature race, or were you kind of expected pretty much to run high all the way around in this feature?
I mean, I wasn't really anticipating the bottom to come back in at all. Once I saw it go like it did, I really just figured the top was going to be the place to go. That's why, in all honesty, I was quite surprised that when I went to the bottom, I got stuck restarting on the bottom, but then to go from fifth to second in a corner, if I were to restart again on the bottom, I probably would have stayed down there. But being on the top and having a good run like that, I just had to just try the cushion again and just see if it stuck.
Well done on 18th to second here, but before we let you get out of here, I'm sure there's a few people you might need to thank.
Yeah, thank you guys in the booth. Thanks to Hammer Down, Team VLR, Jamie Ray with the paint, Team Friday. I think that's about it.
All right, there we go. Virgil Graham there from 18th to second. Well, a winner. He starts on the outside of row number 3. He comes away with what would have been a nervous victory in those last couple of laps, but Bryson Daffin. Bryson, congratulations on that win. You must be excited about this win here in the Pro Late Models at Knoxville.
Yes, sir. It's a big win for me.
All right, let's go straight down to business. Those final 2 laps, the green-white checker. What was going through your mind on that restart going into turn number 3?
Just making sure I got out in front and was able to get up to the top side. My car wouldn't go across the bottom very good. I had to make sure I got up in the top lane and just hit my marks and just be steady.
Did you think, with the amount of drivers and the caliber of driver and the field here tonight, did you think that it was all possible? That you were going to put that 18 in victory lane tonight, or what was the expectations going into tonight?
I knew I had a fast car. Me and my team, we've been testing all week, but I was honestly content with the top 5. Just the caliber of drivers in here, I was content with the top 5. But whenever things started working for me and I started moving up, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna go for the win.
Well, you went for the win. You got the win here in the 50-lap Pro Late Model. You must be thrilled about the result. But before we let you go and celebrate with the team, you got any sponsor shout-outs that you want to give?
Yeah, I want to thank Amsoil, Folds of Honor, Hammer Down TV, Jim Rivas at Evil One Graphics, my team at Gen X Bad, and just my team. We put in a lot of time this week building setups, trying different track states to just make sure we were ready.
User was moved out.
All right, there we go. Bryson F, by the way, it's Jim Revis. Well, that'll do it for us here on Hammerdown TV. Of course, we thank Gen X Bad for the team battles here, the Pro Late Models here at the Knoxville Raceway. Yeah, the sprint car capital of the world. Turn to the Pro Late Models, and they put on a good show. An amazing green-white checker finish there from Bryson Daffin, who got the job done after starting position 6. Virgil Graham, an unbelievable drive after starting position 18. finds himself home in second, and third went to the 88 of Thomas Coggins. On behalf of everyone here at Hammerdown TV, it's Brett Wheeler signing off saying good night. We'll see you next time.